Okay, so now we continue the exercise. Maybe any volunteer before we discuss? Okay, so no volunteer. Yeah, so we start from exercise 20.6. Basically, when you want this kind of stuff, actually you don't have to list all relation that satisfy this kind of properties. So maybe some of them should be fine. But basically, when you want a reflective, reflexive, so you have to include here 1,1 and then 1,2 and also 1,3. Okay, so 1,2, 2,2, and then this one is 3,3. So that's all you have to include in your relation. That's the first part. And the second part, for the symmetric one, it should be okay to keep it like this. Why? Because when you look at this one should be symmetric, right? So this one is for reflexive, and for A, yeah, I mean 1,1, and then, or maybe I only want to list the addition, right? So for point A, so this one should be fine. Why? Because it will be symmetric. And yeah, if you know, if one related to one and then one related to one, right? So that's one symmetric. 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, and also transitive, because yeah, as you see, this one become a partition, so it should be fine. And for the next one, we want to make it symmetric but not transitive, so we have to add something there. So for example, like we want what? So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 should be there. So we have to add another one. And to make it symmetric, for example, like when we add 1,2, and then we also have to add 2,1, right? To make it symmetric. And then is it enough to make it, yeah, it is enough to make it not transitive. Why? Because we know if we add these 3 and then plus these 2, so we will know that 2,2 and 2,1, but yeah, right. Oh, 2,1 is there, so it's still, oh, why? Why this one appear? I don't know why. What's wrong? Okay, so we continue again. I think it is better to make it in a new page. So for the first one, for point A, for the reflexive one, so we should have 1, 1, and then 2, 2, and then 3, 3, right? And for point B, so because it is reflexive, so we have to include this 1, 1, and then 2, 2, and then also 3, 3, right? And we want a symmetric one, but not transitive. So what we have, if we add, for example, like 1, 2, so we should add again to 1, right? So here, to 1, 1, 1, so should be okay. 1, 2, 2, 2, so 1, 2 again, so should be okay. Maybe we can add 2, 3, and then we also add 3, 2, right? So yeah, this one is to make it symmetric, so we have to include also the pair. Okay, there is a question here. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, Okay. So basically it depends on what kind of relation that you want to build. And if it satisfy the requirements, and then this will be okay. Because the question here, there is a direct message, and the question is, yeah, there is a list lah here. And I think, yeah, to answer whether is it okay or not, it depends on whether is it satisfies all requirements. So again, it is not unique, the answer. So can be more than one answer. So it is fine if you get another answer because this one is not unique. Okay, so please try to see the requirement whether, yeah, does it fulfill all the condition or not. But this one is a bit complicated. Why? Because we have to add more, and we have to make sure that it is symmetric, because this one is the easiest way to make sure. For example, like this tree is to make sure that it is reflexive, right? And then when we add this, we have to add this one to make sure it is symmetric, and so on. So that's it. And when we look at this, we have 1, 2, and 2, 3, correct? 2, 3. Yeah, but 1, 3 not inside. Okay, so we have this one is not transitive. That's it. And then see, again, we have to repeat 1, 1, and then 2, 2. And it is not unique. If you get another answer, that's fine. So we want to make it transitive, but it's not symmetric. So the easiest way is, yeah, just make it maybe 1, 2, and then you get 1, 1, 1, 2, right? So this one, is it enough? So 1, 2, 2, 2. So 1, 2 is there, 1, 1, 1, 2, right? So this one should be transitive. And it's clear that 2, 1 not inside. So this one is not symmetric. Okay. So hopefully you can catch why, the reason behind why we pick that kind of elements, and we try to make it as simple as possible. And next, for D, reflexive, not symmetric, not transitive. So okay, we just try to add one more from point C, 3, 3, and then 1, 2. Maybe we can add more, not transitive, right? So we can add more to 3, maybe. So from here, we know that 2.1 not inside, so it's not symmetric. And then when we see 1, 2, and then 2, 3 is there, right? But we have 1, 3 not inside, right? So this one give you not transitive. Yeah. So if you get another answer, that's fine, because when we build this kind of stuff, usually it's not unique. And this one is not unique, of course. So you can find another example. But basically, what you have to do is trying to see one by one. For example, like the reflexive part, you have to include all these 3, and then that's it. Okay. So how about point E? Not reflexive. So you have to miss one of them. So for example, like here, I want to expel 3, 3, 3,3. So I only have 1,1, 2,2 here. And this one is not reflexive, of course, but symmetric and transitive. So that's done. This one is symmetric, right? Because 1 in 1, 1 in 1. So it's okay. And then, yeah, transitive also Okay, so this one is not reflexive, but still symmetric and also transitive. Okay, so hopefully you know the idea behind, because I want to make it as simple as possible. This one not transitive but symmetric. So again, we keep only 2 because we want make it not reflexive. So we don't include 3,3. And how to make it transitive but not symmetric? Easy. Oh, not transitive but symmetric. So same like this. We add 1,2 and then 2,1 and then 2,3, right? And then 3,2, right? So from here, 2,3 and 3,2. Yeah, it is symmetric because 1, 2 to 1, all of them are inside. So it should be okay. 2, 3, 3, 2 also. So this one clear, symmetric. But why is it not transitive? Because we have 1, 2 and 2, 3, right? But we have 1, 3 is not inside. So we can conclude that it's not transitive. So for point G, so you can try to imitate lah point C. We have 1, 1, 2, 2 again. So what is it? You want make it not symmetric but transitive, correct, right? Not symmetric but transitive. So this one, just add one more. What is that? Transitive. So we have 2, 2. So this one, add one more 1, 2, right? So we add 1, 2 here. So it's clear that it is transitive because we have 1, 2, 1, 2. To 1 is not there, right? So 1, 2 is there, so it should be fine. So 2, 2, but nothing, right? So 1, 1, 1, 2. So we have 1, 2 is set already. So it should be fine. So this one is clear, transitive, but 2,1 is not inside. So we get this one is not symmetric. Again, I would like to remind you that this one is not unique. So maybe you can get another answer, but I only try to make it as simple as possible. So not reflexive, not symmetric, not transitive. So we can see here, I think, imitate point D. So here 1, 1, and then 2, 2, but we don't include 3, 3. And then we add what again? 1, 2, and then also 2, 3. So what we have here, 1, 2, 2, 3. So 1, 3 is not inside, so not transitive. And then 1, 2, but 2, 1 is not inside, so we have it is not symmetric. And then we have 3,3 is not inside, so that's why it's not reflexive. So that's the idea how to construct the kind of stuff. But once more, it maybe can produce another answer. So that's why as long as it satisfies all conditions, that should be fine. Maybe any question? Okay, no question. So the next one, anyone has finished number 20.7? Yeah, there is one of you who finished 4 numbers, right? So should be okay. Okay, so next, just discuss. So let A is this and S is this. So we define our relation A comma B is in A cross A. Yeah, of course, that's the definition. And then for some X in S, both A and X in there. Okay. So what is the element of R? Your R, this one is 20.7. A, your R, what is it? As long as both of them are inside an X, so there exists a subset. Okay. So what is that? The thing is we have 1, 2, 3. So we have to list all of them. So 1, 1 should be inside because 1 is here and also 1 is there. So 1, 1 should be inside, 2, 2 inside, 3, 3 inside, 2, 2 and 3, 3. And then we also have what? 1, 2, 2, 1 also there, 1, 2 and then 2, 1 and then well, again from here 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 3 and then 3, 1 and then also 2, 3 and 3, 2 yeah. So I think that's all for the first one because we want to make it pair. That's all. And then 3, 3 also already there and then 4, 4, right? 4, 4 and then when we have this 3, 4, so 3 and 4 also 4 and 3, right? Okay. And the next one 5, so you only have 5, 5. Okay. And next, is it reflexive?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Why? Because we have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. All of them are inside. Is it symmetric?
Yes.
Yes. Easy because 2, 3, 3, 2 and yeah, whatever lah. If you have A comma B in there and then B comma A also in there because A in X, B in X from the definition. This one, can you take an example, counter example? Yeah, should be easy, right? So you
Maybe,
have,
for example,
yeah,
the 1, 3, and then they have the 3, 4, but you don't have 1, 4 over there.
yeah, correct. Great. So 1, 3 and 3, 4, but yeah, 1, 4 is not in R. So great, great answer. So that's, but this one is not unique again. Maybe you can find another reason, but actually the same answer lah, still not transitive. And if you look at this carefully, this is not a partition. Why? Because 3 and 3 is belong to two classes. Okay. That's for 20.7. Do you want 20.8 or jump to 21 point something? This one is almost the same, right? So I think, yeah, it is more effective if we go maybe a little bit further because you can try by yourself. This one almost similar, right? So should be okay. And I'm thinking to, because we have limited time, maybe we can go for the, yeah. First, I think the best one is 1, 2, yeah. Okay. So maybe I will give you this one first because this one will explain you for the equivalence classes. Or yeah, I think 21.4 first. 1.4 because that will give you, yeah, okay, an example for the equivalence classes. So if we look at this one is almost the same, right? Compared to the previous one. And X in S, A in X, B in X, and we see this one clear that this one is a partition. If you have this one here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you make it 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, and then 5 is alone. So it's clear that it is a partition. So we have a equivalence relation. And then what is the equivalence class? So here we know that equivalence class of 1 consists of 1 and 2, right? And these two also 1 and 2. And about 3, we have 3 and 4. And 4 here is 3 and 4 also. And the last one is 5. And this one is only 5. So that's it. That's it, the example of equivalence classes. Any question? Okay, no? So hopefully we can finish some more equivalence. Okay. So this one is a little bit different. Maybe 21.5. 1.5. We want to prove a relation here. So we have A is R minus 0. So every non-zero real number. And we define a relation here. So A is related to B if and only if AB is greater than 0. So we want to prove that it is an equivalence relation. So A, we want to prove it is reflexive. So we know that for every A in A, we have A times A is A square, right? And it's clear from here is A is not 0, right? From here, we know that A is not 0. So this one, A square, must be positive. So what that means, A is related to A. A related to A. Okay. So the next one is B for the symmetric. So for every A and B in A, we have when A related to B, this implies A times B greater than 0. We want to prove that B is related to A. So we get what? B times A is equal to A times B. Since A times B is greater than 0, so we know that B times A is greater than 0. So B is related to A, so this one is symmetric, right? And I think I don't make it ABC because, yeah. Another one, transitive. So this one is more difficult. For every A, B, C in A related to B and B related to C. Okay, so from here we know that AB is greater than 0, and then BC is greater than 0. We want to see whether A times C is greater than 0 or less than 0. Because the aim is when A related to B, B related to C, the final target is we want to prove that A is related to C. So how to prove this? From here, so there are two cases, right? The first case is when A greater than 0. So from here, we know AB is greater than 0. What this implies? When A is positive, then what is your B?
Positive.
Positive. Okay. And then when B is positive, then BC positive. Right. So C, B, I. Yeah. No. So here B is greater than 0 and BC greater than 0. So what you have? C is greater than 0, right? So what is AC? So A positive, C positive. So AC will be positive. That means A related to C. So second case is when A is less than 0. So when a less than 0, ab greater than 0 should be clear, right? B is negative, and then BC greater than 0. When B is negative, so C should be negative. So from here, AC will be negative times negative becomes positive. So we have A related to C. So this one will be reflexive, transitive, and symmetric and transitive. Okay, hopefully this give you at least an illustration. Okay, so the difficult part is point B maybe. So what is the equivalence classes? So we have 21.5B. What is the equivalence classes? So just see lah. When we have one, what is it? Everything in A such that, one is related to B, right? So what is it? We have this curly bracket, B in A such that 1 times B is greater than 0. So what you have here, so B in A such that B is greater than 0. So every positive real number, this will be in this class. So when you have every positive integer, then just see another one. So the negative one. Maybe we pick -1. Actually, we can pick another one. Maybe if you want to pick number 2, that's also fine. Number 3, that's fine. You will get the same thing, same class. Because 2, 3, 1, 0.5, pi, whatever, the positive real number, everything is inside same classes, right? So another one maybe -1, B in A such that -1 is related to B. So we have B in A such that -1 times B greater than 0. So what is this? We have this one is B less than 0, right? So if we look at this one is R negative and this one is R positive. So we have two equivalence classes. So if you imagine this R, right, and then divide into 2, this one is the positive one, this one is the negative one. So that's the impact of this equivalence relation. Okay, any question maybe? Yeah, hopefully with some exercises can make it clearer, hopefully, because again, this one is mathematics. So when you deal with mathematics, you have to do a lot of exercises. That's it. Okay. Next maybe this one is not the last one. Yeah, I forget. We haven't tried any exercises on the modulus. So modulus is very important. I think we can start from 23.1. So I think this one important. So I should give you some exercises here, and the rest you can try by yourself. And if you have further question, you can ask me maybe via chat or maybe directly during our class for maybe next week. It's up to you. Whenever you ask, I always try to answer any chat that come to me. But sometimes it takes some time lah because we also have another thing to do. So give me a while, but usually in less than 1 day, I will answer. Okay, so we continue this one. 23.1. We take any natural number here n and an integer a. We want to prove that 0 is in a bar if and only if n divides a. So how to do this? Do you know how to do? 23.1. So 23.1. So we have two direction. So 0 bar A. No. 0 in A bar. In A bar, if and only if, right? Yeah, and divide A. So this one should be in modulus n, right? So from left to right. So here we know that 0 is in A bar. What is A bar? A bar is every number that is related to A. B is related to A. So we know that, yeah, 0 is related to A, right? And by the definition is, what is the definition of modulus? So A minus 0, which is A, is divisible by N. So here we know that N divides A. So yeah, we continue from right to left. So we have N divides A. That means, yeah, again, yeah, A minus 0 is divisible by N. That means, yeah, 0 is in A bar. That's it. Okay, so that's all for 23.1. And next for 23.2. This one is important exercises that we see. 23.2 point A. In Z6, we have 6 bar plus 7 bar. Yeah, so this one is equal to 6 plus 7 bar. So what is it? This one is 6 plus 7, 13, right? And here we know that 13, because this one is G6. So this one will be 1 times 6 times 4, plus 4. So this one, it will be equal to 4 bar. So that's it. And for B, 6 times 7 in G6. 6 times 7, 6 times 9, 7, sorry. So this one is 6 times 7 bar 42, right? And you know that 42, when you divide with 9, what is it? 4, right? 4 times 9 is 36. 36 plus 6. So this one is equal to 6 bar. Very easy, right? And then C, you have 59 times 119. 59 times 119 in Z30. So if you deal with a large number, and then what you have to do, you try to simplify it first. So 59 is 1 times 30 plus 29. So this one will be 29 bar. Or if you want to make it smaller, you also can do this 2 times 30 plus minus 1. Okay, so this one is equal to minus 1 bar. So this one is the trick to make it easier. And how about 119? This one is 4 times 30, 120 plus minus 1. So this one is also minus 1 bar. So this one is minus 1 times minus 1 bar. Minus 1 times minus 1 is 1. So this one is 1 bar. So that's the trick to make it easier. Any question maybe? Because this one look more difficult. Okay, no question. So we can continue. Point D. 6 times 5 plus 85 in Z7. Wow, I need more space. So I think I add one empty page. 6 times 5 plus, what is it? D. Oh, yeah, D. So we have 6 times 5 plus 85. 6 times 5 plus 85 in Z7. Okay, correct? Yeah, Z7. So what we have to do here, yeah, again, we can multiply this one, 6 times 5 bar, and then 85. 85 is what? Plus this one should be 12, correct? 12 plus 7 is 84, right? And this one plus 1, so this one is 1 bar. So you have 30 plus 1, right? Here. So 31 bar, and 31 is 4 times 7, 28 plus 3. So this one is 3 bar. 3. Okay. If you encounter any difficulties, please let me know. Okay. So yeah. This one, 2 power 10 in Z5. So 2 power 10 bar. So that means 2 times 2 blah 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 up to this one. This one is 10 times. Okay. So how to deal with this? So yeah, one easier is like this. So maybe we can divide into 2 parts. So 2 square right times 2 square, 2 square times 2 square, correct? So yeah, this one is should be 10, and 2 square is 4, and 4 is what you have. 4 is 1 times 5 plus minus 1. Okay, so you can change this into minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So what you have, this one plus 1 plus 1, so you have minus 1. So it will be easier if we try to maybe compute some of them, and then yeah, we get the final one. And yeah, we also can continue if you wish. Maybe 2 power 20, 22, maybe. This also can be done, right? Because you know that this one will be 2 bar square power 1011, right? And then 2 bar square is minus 1, as we know before, 1011. And if you have minus 1, power odd number, what is it? So you have pairs, and then you leave, yeah, you still have 1 minus 1, right? So you have minus 1 bar here. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all for today. Any question maybe?
Sir, I have a question.
Okay.
So for the modules 1, we have to get to the smallest number. Yeah? For example, the example 23.2.d. Yeah, we cannot stop at 31 bar. Yeah? We have to go until 3 bar.
Yeah, because usually when we have actually 31 bar and 3 bar, that's the same thing, right? Is it? Yeah, should be the same. But the thing is, when we deal with Zn, usually we prefer to write it in 0 bar, 1 bar, up to 6 bar. So the aim here, the best answer is trying to make it inside here. So 0, 1, 2, up to n minus 1. So that's the best answer. But yeah, actually 31 bar, actually that's one, but it's not perfect. Especially when you do exam. Usually there is, actually it is correct, still correct. But the thing is, it's not the one that we want. So yeah, I think it's better to go for the a little bit.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any more question maybe? This one is if you know how to multiply, how to add. This one is not that difficult. So hopefully, but very important. And there are so many applications. Like I told you before, in ISBN, we use Modulo 11. And then, for example, like in Singapore identity number, in Indonesia, I don't think we are using check digit. As long as I know, we don't use check digit. And there are so many. For example, like universal barcode. So that's one also using this kind of stuff. And then when we learn about RSA, crypto system, so that one also has this kind of stuff. So there are so many applications, and yeah, again, when you have an operation, this will be a powerful tools also for whatever we have. Okay, any more question maybe? Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think yeah, that's all. So I can stop the recording.